if she'll be my caramia, then I'll join in matrimony with the girl who serves spumoni, and Angelina will be mine. C'è la luna, mezza mare, mamma mia, mia mare. Figli mia, cutterara, mamma mia, pesaccia tu. Se ti dogni alla musicante, ti vai e ti viene sempre lo strumento in mano. Se ci pigliavano sì, lo strumento, figli mia. Oh mamma, zumba zumba baccola. Oh mamma, zumba zumba baccola. Oh mamma, zumba zumba baccola. Zumba 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 baccola. C'è la luna, mezza mare, mamma mia, per maradare. Figli mia, cutterara, mamma mia, pensacci tu. Se ti non ne pisciolo, e ti va, e ti viene sempre baccalà le manadere. Se ci piglia fantasia, baccalà le manadere. Oh, mamma, e li va su su ma baccalà, oh, mamma, e li va su su ma baccalà, oh, mamma, e li va su su ma baccalà. Sì, sì, su su, ah, eh, oh, mamma, su su ma baccalà. Oh mamma, zumba zumba bacala, really bop, really bop, really bop, really bop, rip, hop, hoop, himba, hooba, hoba, homa, 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 homa,
If you're going to Celtic Park, then why not visit the Paradise Bar, where you can find live music before every game. The friendly staff will serve you your favourite tipple at competitive prices. So get yourself along to the Paradise Bar, 65 Tollcross Road, just down from Parkhead Cross and 2 minutes from the stadium. Free function hire is also available. The Paradise Bar. Cheers.
So, what irritates you?
As I said to you earlier, I was 60 a couple of weeks ago and I'm waiting on my bus pass coming in. It's not that I'm going to use it that often, but I believe I'm now be an official card-carrying moaner because I moan about absolutely everything. My wife's got this brilliant wee switch at the side of her head that when the news comes on, she just switches it off. She switches me off because I just moan. If Alex Salmon comes on, I shout at him. If somebody from the other side comes on, I shout at them. She just puts the sound down and I shout at the telly. Everything and everybody annoys me. It's just something that's happened in recent years, but I go out walking every day because I'm painting for so long. I'm either sitting or standing for hours on end. So I go out walking every day for a bit of exercise, and I hate dog walkers, dog owners. I don't hate dogs, I just hate people who've got them, who think that I love them, because everybody's dog comes up to me and it's all that he really likes you stuff. All I do is want to just get out for a walk. I hate people who park on my runway. I think the thing that irritates me most in the world, I'm being serious now, is a celebrity. Since this new century started, we've invented a thing called celebrity that wasn't ever around before. in the past, celebrities were big stars that you couldn't allude to, but now you've got reality shows which I find horrendous. I'll give you an example in how this really annoyed me. I used to go to Borders when Borders bookstores were around. I used to we went into Glasgow to do shopping or whatever. My wife would go off and do shopping. I'd go into Borders, get a few art magazines, go up into the cafe and sit and read the magazines and just watch people. A few times I saw people queuing up to get books signed. And I remember once watching a queue of, it looked like about 1,000 people queuing up to get a book signed by Katie Price. We kids from about 5 or 6 up to 14, 15 dressed like her. And I'm going, what the hell is this? No, that is not a role model for anybody. Why would anybody want to queue up for this? And then a couple of weeks later, just before Christmas, I'm sitting having my coffee and there's a woman in the corner, I can't make out who she is, downstairs, away in the corner, at a wee table, and there's half a dozen women round her and she's signing books. I assume automatically it's a Mills and Boons writer or whatever, and there's half a dozen people there to get the book signed. And I come down, and on my way out I glance across and it's Jane Fonda. And I think, what is the world coming to? We're queuing up for page 3 girls, and we've got our kids with us to get autographs and photos taken with them. And here we have probably one of the great political minds, a great movie star, and people are walking by her. It's shocking. It's really shocking. I blame reality TV shows, scripted reality. I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life. I'm criticising something I've never seen. I've seen the products of it, so I know that's enough for me to think I don't want my kids to watch that or follow it. I work a lot with kids trying to work through problems they've got using art. And one of the sad things that I find are that kids want to go on the X Factor. They're 8 or 9 and they're talking about their dream is to be on the X Factor. Not realise to become a musician you've got to train and learn and then do your trade. They don't want to do that. They just want to go from A to B. They don't see what's really happening there, and the people who vote, they're actually phoning in and paying to make a programme that's all smoke and mirrors. And I find that really, really annoying. I find it quite disturbing that stuff like that happens and that what we suppose or accept as celebrity is not. And it's happening in sport now and all. I think we've got sportsmen who have become too big. We talked about earlier about Roy Aitken going to somebody's house, how many Premier League players would do that now. There are one or two I know of who would do something like that. The bulk of them wouldn't. Old players that played in the Lisbon Lions and stuff like that, these guys would turn up at the drop of the hat to do something for charity, to do something to raise profile of a charity or to help someone. But many, many wouldn't do that nowadays. And the other sad thing I see with the groups of kids I'm working with, the one goal they have in life is to be on the Jeremy Kyle show, which is absolutely frightening. And having been a social worker for 30 years, I know about the problems that some people have. I know about poverty. I know about alcohol and drug abuse and child abuse and the horrors that happen in some families. And to produce shows that kids want to have a problem so that they can be on. It's a scary world that we're producing, I think. So I think that's the thing that really annoys me more than anything is celebrity. And I think the press and the media have a big, big question to answer about why they're doing this. It's a horrendous thing.
So your fifth song, what would that be?
Fifth song is Taxi by Harry Chapin. When you asked me about heroes earlier, he's probably my musical hero. Fortunate enough to meet him a couple of times before he died. And one thing, going back to my grandfather, I know I keep harping back to him, he loved songs that told a story. And I think it's one of the reasons I love country music. I think it's an age thing and all. When you get to 50, 60, country music's quite safe-free and there's a wee story in every song. And that's really true. That'll make you laugh or it'll make you cry. But Harry Chapin was a singer-songwriter. He really was a storyteller. And this was the first song I ever heard, and it was on the Old Grey Whistle Test. And I heard him play this and fell in love with the song and became obsessed by the music that he did. And it's also my party piece. If I'm singing at a party or whatever, this is the song I would sing.
It was raining hard in Frisco. I needed one more fare to make my night. A lady up ahead waved to flag me down. She got in at the light. or where you going to, my lady blue? It's a shame you ruined your gown in the rain. She just looked out the window. She said 16 Parkside Lane. Something about her was familiar. I could swear I've seen her face before. But she said, I'm sure you're mistaken. And she didn't say anything more. It took a while, but she looked in the mirror. Then she glanced at the license for my name. A smile seemed to come to her slowly. It was a sad smile just the same. And she said, how are you, Harry? I said, how are you, Sue? Through the too many miles and the too little smiles, I still remember you. It was somewhere in a fairy tale. I used to take her home in my car. We learned about love in the back of a Dodge. The lesson hadn't gone too far. You see, she was gonna be an actress, and I was gonna learn to fly. She took off to find the footlights. I took off to find the sky. Whoa, I've got something inside me to drive the princess blind. There's a wild man wizard, he's hiding in me, illuminating my mind. Oh, I've got something inside me, not what my life's about. 'Cause I've been letting my outside tide me over till my time runs out. There was not much more for us to talk about. Whatever we had once was gone. So I turned my cab into the driveway, past the gate and the fine trim lawns. And she said, we must get together, but I knew it'd never be arranged. Then she handed me $20 for a $2.50 fare. She said, Harry, keep the change. Well, another man might have been angry, and another man might have been hurt, but another man never would let her go. I stashed the bill in my shirt. And she walked away in silence. It's strange how you never know but we'd both gotten what we'd asked